Hidden beneath the internet, beneath Google, YouTube, and every social network, lies another world. A world of encrypted secrets, black markets, and digital outlaws. In 2011, one man built an empire. He called it Silk Road, a place where anyone could buy anything: drugs, weapons, fake passports, even hitmen, all with a few clicks and a digital currency called Bitcoin. For 2 years, it was unstoppable, until the FBI uncovered the man behind it, a clean-cut college graduate who saw himself not as a criminal, but as a revolutionary. This is the true story of Ross Ulbricht, the man who built the internet's first illegal empire. In 2011, Ross Ulbricht was just 26 years old, smart, idealistic, obsessed with freedom and technology. He wasn't your typical criminal. He studied physics, read libertarian philosophy, and believed government control was the root of corruption. His dream? A world where people could trade freely, without rules, without banks, without borders, and that's exactly what he built. A secret marketplace on the dark web, a part of the internet hidden from search engines, accessible only through special software called Tor. There, users were anonymous, transactions were invisible, and Silk Road became the ultimate digital black market. But freedom has a price, and soon Ross would learn that the line between idealism and anarchy is razor-thin. Part 1. The birth of an underground empire. The Silk Road launched quietly in early 2011. At first, only a few people knew about it, but word spread fast through online forums and Reddit threads. Everything about the site felt revolutionary. It looked like a normal e-commerce platform: product listings, customer reviews, vendor ratings, except the products were cocaine, LSD, counterfeit cash, and stolen data. And every transaction was made using Bitcoin, a new, untraceable digital currency that seemed tailor-made for crime. Ross operated under a fake name, the Dread Pirate Roberts, taken from the film The Princess Bride. He believed that identity would make him untouchable, an idea bigger than any single person. He wasn't entirely wrong. Within months, Silk Road exploded, processing millions of dollars in sales every week. It was chaos, but it worked. And as users poured in, the FBI began to notice something they couldn't trace: a ghost marketplace hidden in the shadows of the internet. Part 2. The Digital Wild West. For 2 years, Silk Road thrived. Vendors shipped illegal goods worldwide. Buyers left reviews like it was Amazon. Product arrived on time. Great quality. 5 stars. The site had rules: no child exploitation, no stolen credit cards, no assassinations. Ross saw it as a moral marketplace, where victimless crimes could be freely traded. But morality doesn't survive long in the dark. Soon, Silk Road was flooded with more dangerous listings: guns, forged documents, and yes, even murder-for-hire services. Ross claimed he didn't allow it, but some vendors found ways to sell them anyway. The Silk Road was becoming too big, too public, and too profitable to ignore. Governments around the world wanted it gone, and the manhunt was about to begin. Part 3. The Hunt Begins. By 2012, multiple agencies were tracking Silk Road: the FBI, DEA, IRS, and Homeland Security. But they had a problem. The site's servers were hidden behind layers of encryption. Tracing it was like chasing a ghost through digital tunnels. Agents went undercover, making drug purchases to trace shipments. Meanwhile, cyber units tried to find where the site was hosted. But Ross was careful. He used VPNs, aliases, encrypted emails, even a fake passport. He believed he'd built a system no one could break. Then, a rookie mistake changed everything. In one of Silk Road's early forum posts, someone promoting the site had used an email address, rossulbricht@gmail.com. That clue sat unnoticed for months until an agent found it. For the first time, investigators had a real name. Part 4. Cracks in the Code. As the net closed in, Ross became more paranoid. He moved often, encrypted his drives and used secret chat programs to communicate with moderators. Behind the screen, though, things were unraveling. One of his trusted admins turned informant. Another was secretly feeding information to the DEA. Ross still believed he was untouchable, but the FBI had traced the Silk Road servers to Iceland, and they were closing in on his location. Agents tracked his online patterns, studying when Dread Pirate Roberts logged in, and matched it to Ross's movements in real life. Then came the final trap. Climax, turning point, 1.5 minutes. October 2nd, 2013, a public library in San Francisco. Ross Ulbricht sat quietly at his laptop, logged in as Dread Pirate Roberts, managing Silk Road in real time. Outside, undercover FBI agents surrounded the building. They needed one thing: access to his laptop while it was open. If Ross closed it, his encryption would make the evidence vanish forever. A female agent walked behind him, pretending to argue with another officer. As Ross turned his head for a split second, an agent grabbed the laptop and froze the screen. Within seconds, Ross Ulbricht was under arrest. On his computer, agents found chat logs, drug listings, and millions in Bitcoin. Silk Road was gone, but the questions were just beginning. Had Ross really been running the site alone? Or was Dread Pirate Roberts a shared identity, just as he claimed? Part 5. The Trial and the Legacy. The trial became one of the most high-profile cybercrime cases in history. Ross Ulbricht insisted he was a libertarian visionary, not a drug kingpin. He argued that others had taken over the Dread Pirate Roberts name. But the evidence was overwhelming. Bitcoin transactions, chat logs, messages ordering hits on suspected informants, something Ross's defense denied he ever did. In 2015, he was sentenced to 2 life terms plus 40 years, no chance of parole. The message was clear. The government wasn't just punishing a man, it was warning the world. Silk Road had opened Pandora's box, and there was no closing it again. So what's takeaway? After Ross's arrest, dozens of copycat marketplaces appeared: Alpha Bay, Dream Market, Empire Market. Each promised freedom, each ended in chaos. The dark web remains alive, a mirror world that reflects the internet's darkest desires. And though Silk Road is gone, its legacy still shapes how we think about privacy, surveillance, and digital power. Ross Ulbricht sits in a federal prison. Some call him a visionary, others call him a criminal. But one thing's undeniable: his creation changed the internet forever. Because when you build a world without rules, someone somewhere always ends up paying the price.